Mountain View Volleyball is live only on mylocalradio.com. Buffs Volleyball is in session for another action-packed fall season. Carrying you straight through the year and into the state tournament in November, mylocalradio.com is here to bring you live video coverage of Mountain View sports. With the opening serve quickly approaching, let's join Jake Hibbard, voice of the Buffaloes, in the My Local Radio broadcast booth for pregame coverage.
What a week it's been for Mountain View sports, starting off with a big win on Thursday in straight sets. The Lady Buffs sent the Kemmer Rangers home packing yesterday, a 41-0 shutout victory to start off the 2019 football season as the Mountain View Buffs defeated the Cokeville Panthers and broke a 2-year losing skid to that program out of the 1A conference. And today we cap off the weekend with one more Buffs action-packed contest left. The Saratoga Panthers on their way on setting up to play Mountain View here about 13 minutes from now. Jake Hibbard joining you on mylocalradio.com, and we'll be back with pregame coverage next on this First Bank presentation of Buffs Volleyball on My Local Radio.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer, and confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Pre-game here in Mountain View, Wyoming. The Saratoga Panthers going through the hitting drills right now. 10:54 on the clock before the start of this contest. Mountain View off in the distance taking their hitting lines. On the year so far, Mountain View is 1 win over 500, 4-3 on the season. Most recently defeating the Kemmer Rangers in 3 sets right here in the home opener back on Thursday just 2 days ago. So now they take on Saratoga, a 4-0 team on the season so far. Let's take a look at where they're sitting on the year. They defeated several 1A opponents up to this point, and they've got some decent hitters up on the line, some decent height for a 1A program. They got a 2-0 victory over Farson Eden on August 30th. And all of these games came on the 30th, actually. A 2-0 victory over St. Stephen's, a 2-0 victory over Du Bois, and a 2-0 victory over Encampment. And getting some of those region contests, of course, they'll not count as such in the region yet, but talking to Coach Love, she loved the opportunity to get the early look because her region is really close, and she thinks that her Saratoga program is looking pretty strong in the 1A ranks this year. And taking a look down the hitting lines, they've been led so far by Aubrey Berger with a .318 hitting percentage and a kill percentage of 43.2%, averaging about 2.5 kills per set, followed by Whitney Bennett with a 2.1 kills per set average at a .250 hitting percentage. For Mountain View, they're got one of their outside hitters back. Haley Stevens is returning today after having a little bit of a bicep issue. We'll talk to Diana Timms about that shortly, but that moves Olivia Meeks back to the middle position where she's probably a little more of a natural fit, joined by Kylie Dellinger and then Allie Rinker, the other outside hitter. And that kind of sets up Mountain View's rotation like how they saw it at the beginning of the season, as opposed to playing a little bit out of system as they had been at the end of that Cokeville invite and then against Kemmer. That's our scene set for today. When we come back, we will come back with Shaylee Love, head coach of the Saratoga Panthers, next on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball, live and online at mylocalradio.com.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
I have Shaylee Love with me, head coach of Saratoga. You have a freshman, a JV, and a varsity team here today. I want to know, first of all, that's got to be a lot of dedication from this town. I know Saratoga's not that big. How do you guys get 3 teams out?
You know, it's just been that tradition over the last few years. You know, these girls want to compete. The older girls, the younger ones are starting to look up to them, and they want to do what they're doing. And so I think it really pulls some of those girls to want to try it. So it brings a few more numbers. Obviously, there's times we'll be a little short, so our C Squad and JV kind of look like the same team at times. But you know what? It's playing time for our girls, and that's what they want right now.
How big is your school about enrollment when we're talking high school size?
Our high school's under 100. I think we're like at 80-some students right now.
So you got all hands on deck when it comes to a volleyball program.
Absolutely, yeah.
You got to go off to a good start to the season. I have you on max reps at 4-0. Am I missing any games there?
Nope, that's correct. That's where we're at.
That's a good start. How did you feel going against a lot of opponents, looking at them that you're going to see throughout the season?
Really good. You know, our conference is a really competitive conference right now that we're in, and so just getting to see a couple of those teams was nice for us to see how we're going to match up. Obviously, Cokeville, they're dominant, so that's going to be the one we haven't seen yet that we've got to really use these other games to prepare for. So overall, though, I feel like we'll compete well.
I did get to see Cokeville, and they matched up against Alta in a Cokeville Invite semifinal. And if you didn't have the orange and the red, you might almost have a tough time seeing who was who, because that's a tall team this year, it looks like.
Yeah, they are tall. I don't think they ever graduate anyone.
I know. You got all the Tigers on the team, and they're always good, always well coached. But I did see you guys, I don't know, our east side, west side, you got kind of in the middle of the state, a strong start to the year. How do you feel about your team as a whole, returning new girls back? You know, how are you setting up early on in the season?
Really well. You know, I got a lot of girls back. I only have 2 of my players from last year that have graduated, so we've got a little bit of experience now coming into this. So that's fun because these girls know what to do now, and so they're really starting to click with each other.
What do you hope to get against an interconference matchup against Mountain View today?
You know, the competition's going to be amazing for us because we don't see this style sometimes. And so just the competition and getting our girls to see what's out there, and if they can get up to that next level, I think it'll be a huge boost for them.
Describe to me what you mean by a different style.
You know, a lot of our teams are going to tip a lot on us, or it's going to be more of a scrappy type of game, whereas you play a bigger school, they want to swing at you. So it gives us that chance to work on a little bit of our defense and our blocking, something we will need to do against Cokeville when we match up with them.
Well, of course. You've been coaching in Saratoga for 11 years now, and like I said, it's incredible to see the amount of players you have out here, because I know these small schools, I come from one myself, that there's just not that many people out, but the enthusiasm. How is it in Saratoga for volleyball and sports as a whole?
You know, volleyball especially, we're the first one out of the chute, you know, when the school year starts. So our girls are excited at that point to get started again and doing things, and I think that's where it's built some of our excitement. Sports are big because that's about all you can do in a small town. You got to stay involved, and so that's where I think we've gotten some of the numbers. Everybody wants to be involved in part of something.
What's going right with your offense, defense, serve, receive, serving, any of that? If you could come away with a victory today, what would be working right for your team?
You know, we are a very good serving team right now, so we'll look for that to help us out quite a bit. But also our defense has been pretty scrappy. And then I come around to my offense. I've got some big guns in the front row that I haven't always had. I'm excited about that. I have a big, tall girl in the middle. She's my quietest girl on the floor, but man, she can block the ball. So I want to see what she can do today.
Shaylee Love, head coach of the Saratoga Panthers. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
I have Diana Timms with me, head coach for the Mountain View Buffs. You had a good contest on Thursday. How did you feel to be in front of the home crowd and be able to play kind of a more typical one-off match?
I think it was a great opportunity to get hometown jitters, first home game jitters out of our system. I felt like the girls did a nice job, especially with our alternate lineup without Haley Stevens. It was just a good matchup. It was a fun matchup and kind of what I expected going into that game.
What does the lineup look like today? Is it the same thing, or is Haley back?
Haley's going to be playing today, so we're excited about that, see how it goes. She's still ice in her shoulder now and again in her arm, but she feels like it's doing well. So,
what happened with the shoulder?
She just dove for a ball, and she said that it popped within her bicep, and so her bicep was really bothering her, and then it just kind of was popping as she was moving it around. So just let it rest a few days, and she seems to be doing pretty well.
I saw you talking to her just before the varsity match started on Thursday, talking about it. Was it hard for her to not be able to be out there and playing?
Absolutely. She was like, "Coach, I just want to play," and I said, "I know, but this is a good week to rest." Yeah. With Rollins tournament next week, I felt like that's where we really need her. So.
Well, you get her back today, and that kind of moves a few things down in your. It moves Olivia Meeks back to the middle, but in her short time at the outside, how did you like as she got a lot of opportunities swinging?
I really was glad that Olivia got more opportunities to swing and just get better as a volleyball player. But I think that in the middle, she just has more of a natural swing, and she can hit spots a little bit better from that position on the court. With being a left-handed, outside, she was swinging cross a lot. And so I think that just gives her more looks to run a quicker offense and do some fun things for our team.
She's only a sophomore, and it's also, 2 weeks into the season now, so I can't ask too many on specifics. But what do you think is going to be her set out of the middle? Is she going to be someone who likes that quick? Is she going to go for the high twos? What are you working on?
Well, we're working on developing lots of different options. That's for sure. Right now, she's better at the higher sets a little bit. She just has a little more time to adjust, but we're working on everything, and hopefully she'll develop a really nice hitter's toolbox and have lots of options for us.
Of course, someone who's at the center of this whole offense is also a sophomore, Camry Hutchings. How is she developing as the season progresses?
Good. I'm on Camry a lot, and my assistant coach is on Camry a lot, so she takes a lot of heat, but there's a lot of pressure for setter to run the offense and to, be a leader on the court. And so just with, her knowing that we are on her a lot, we appreciate the work that she does, and she's doing a great job. She's got fabulous hands, puts up a nice ball. She's been working on really running some more tempo into our game. But overall, I'm really proud of what Camry's been doing and stepping up as a sophomore. It's tough.
Yeah, she's got a few things working for her physically that help out as a setter. One, she's pretty tall, so you don't have to worry about running a 6'2" with her. She can run all the way around. And also, she's pretty athletic, and you have to have that as a setter. But it has to be hard as a sophomore coming in to be told you have to run the offense.
Absolutely. And I think where our team is so young, all of those sophomores and the freshmen, they have a lot on their plate for this season, but it brings me a little more excitement for what could be to come. So.
Coach Diana Timms, good luck today against Saratoga. We'll see you next week as well.
Thank you.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help. The Come On In of Casper. When it comes time to cheer on your Buffs or Eagles at state, the Come On In is your best bet for a great night's stay. Auto Farm Chevrolet in Evanston. General Manager Dennis Lynch invites you to come and experience a community-driven dealership. Evanston Regional Hospital. Quality healthcare close to home. Bridger Valley Motor. Got a check engine light blinking? Don't guess at what the problem is. Take it to Slim at Bridger Valley Motor in Lyman. And Achieve Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. No excuses, just results. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
I have Cortland Condis with me, a senior for the Mountain View Buffs. What are you excited about for your senior year of school?
Oh, I'm super excited about just having this year to go academically into I'm going to be a veterinarian, hopefully. And I'm really excited about this volleyball season because all these girls, I just love them.
So you want to go be a veterinarian. That requires a whole lot of schooling. Are you doing some stuff to prepare for that now?
I work throughout the volleyball season last year, and this year going into it, I've been working at the vet too. So I go to the vet in the mornings, and then I go to the vet at nights after practice.
Throughout
school?
What do you do there?
I'm help with boarding pets, and then I just help as a technician, taking blood and stuff like that.
Playing backline defense is not an easy thing, but what's your favorite part about that position?
So all these people get kills all the time, and then when we actually dig them up, I feel that it's like me killing their kill. Mm-hmm. So it's my favorite part.
I have a feeling I know, but what's the toughest part about being a DS?
Pretty much just your team's counting on you. You're the defensive players in the back. That's how the game starts, a pass, so that's pretty much.
Do you know where you would like to start your schooling at?
I want to start at Mesa, Colorado, and they just have a vet program that started this year, I believe, and that's what I've been looking at.
Why are you looking at Mesa? Have you gone there for camps or something in the past?
Yes, I went there for camps, and my cousin also lives in Mesa, who just graduated from a 4-year college grad there, so he's really pushing me to go there, and I think I might want to go there.
And after you go through 4 years, how much more schooling do you have to become a veterinarian?
Well, it depends on if I choose to be a vet. I think you have to go to maybe 8, but I could also be a vet tech, which that's pretty much already what I do, but they can't say that I do that, so I'm just a border person, but I think that's only 2 years.
That's Cortland Condis, senior on the Mountain View Buffs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Almost set for the opening set here as we are getting the starting lineups for Mountain View at the moment. We will give you Saratoga first, and then we'll be ready for the first set. Whitney Bennett and Aubrey Berger are the outside hitters for Saratoga. Bennett, number 7, Berger, number 13. 5'9" freshman is Bennett, and Berger, a 5'8" senior. Middle blockers, Taylor Bennett and Jenna Dew, wearing number 9 and 10 respectively. Lexi Herring is the setter, wearing number 2, 5'6" junior. Savannah Wells wears number 4, 5'5" right side hitter. And the libero, wearing number 31 in a pink jersey, Tasia Daly. Saratoga in purple jerseys and bright yellow numerals. Mountain View in the black jerseys, black shorts for the home team. Libero once again, Casey Bugis, the 5'2" sophomore, wears number 3 in the white jerseys, black shorts. Outside hitters, Haley Stevens returns, wears number 2, a senior for Mountain View, and the junior Allie Rinker wears number 17. Olivia Meeks and Kylie Dellinger at number 6 and 10, sophomore and junior. Right side is Ashley Timms, and number 11, Camry Hutchings, is a sophomore setter. Caitlin Timms, a serving specialist in the formation. Cortland Condis, who we just heard from, is number 7 and a senior. And Emily Bugis will see time in the back line as a defensive specialist. Mountain View sets up to the right of the net, and Saratoga to the left. Opening serve is Haley Stevens as the ball's rolled her way, and we are just about set for play. Best of 5 here. 4-0 Saratoga, 4-3 Mountain View in the opening serve. Back line to the middle. Picked up in a bump over for Saratoga. On the outside, it's Rinker with the first touch. A sharp cross. Rolls across the tape and lands in for a point down the middle of that donut. 1-0 on the board. Mountain View. And the serve is nearly an ace, and see if they can get it over. It's over the line, so a dangerous play there. It's a attacking air for Saratoga. Savannah Wells on the right side. And 2-0 Mountain View. Set up from Herring, and Saratoga gets a backline attack from their libero, Tasia Daly, that lands just below the top tape, so it's an air, and it's 3-0 Mountain View. A pair of attacking airs so far for Saratoga. And the serve over for Stevens. Outside Herring to the right side, Wells. Now they switch positions. Down the line, Rinker is out of bounds on the attack, and first point to Saratoga makes it 3-1. Rinker with 11 kills in Thursday's victory over Kemmer. Cortland Condas checks in for Haley Stevens. Lexi Herring serving for Saratoga. Lines up behind the basketball stanchion. Straightaway middle. Takes a few steps and jump serves it over. High set from Hutchings and a tip by Rinker into the net. Tap back down and a slap over on a tee-off for Allie Rinker. Makes it 4-1, her second kill of the game. 4-1, Mountain View leading. And Olivia Meeks makes her entrance into the contest as a middle blocker. Meeks part of a good sophomore core of this program. And a long shot out of bounds attempted by Savannah Wells is another attacking error for Saratoga, giving Mountain View the point. Here's Caitlin Timms. Serving specialist, lofts it just over, back left side, diving play made by Herring, and a bump over, just over, by Aubrey Berger. To the middle, Meeks opens up with her left hand, tied on the net, a dump set over. That was by Bennett. On Mountain View side, Timms bump sets to Rinker. She hits it into the net. Tough bump set to handle there. 5-2 the score. Timms is out, replaced by the libero, Casey Bugis. Serve for Saratoga is Aubrey Berger. And a diving play made by Condas. The DS, Rinker's blocked at the net. Stays on Mountain View's side. Camry Hutchings runs into Meeks. She goes down to the ground, but Mountain View does get the ball over. To the outside, it's Bennett with a slap down. Meeks with a block. Push over to keep it alive. Hutchings sets to Rinker on the left to the net. It's up into the stands on a return errant by Aubrey Berger, and a kill for Allie Rinker. 6-2 the score. Rinker with all three of Mountain View's kills so far. And the serve for Emily Bugis. Emily, I believe the JV libero and varsity DS, playing a lot of rotations back there. A high hit by Olivia Meeks stays in bounds, and a net touch against Saratoga negates the kill there. But Mountain View gets the point nonetheless. That's 7-2. Big advantage for the Buffs. Floating serve over by Emily Bugis. Outside attack, Whitney Bennett deflected at the net. Good first touch by Rinker. She gets the return fire. Bounces it off the hands of Bennett. Set to the middle. Bennett pops it over with two hands. Hutchings to Rinker. Dump over herself. Picked up in the backline defense, and a tough bump over tied on the line there by Wells. Tip over by Hutchings. She gets a kill on a little dump set flip over. 8-2 the score on the board. Mountain View with a gigantic advantage at the moment. And a timeout taken. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball live on mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Back here at Mountain View High School, where the Buffs hold a large lead in the opening set, 8-2 the score on the board. Out of the timeout, it's Emily Bugis with the serve. Continues her run, back left side on the return up. A long run for Lexi Herring and a bump over by Daly. On to Mountain View side, Hutchings sets up to the middle. Big swing by Meeks, 4 hits though on the air. Tasia Daly, the server for Saratoga, has to take a second to tie her right shoe. 8-3 the score. Mentioned back on August 30th, Saratoga played 4 3-set matches and won them all against 1A opponents. Outside, Meeks with the kill, deflected off the hands of Jenna Dew. Falls about there, Saratoga's 10-foot line. 9-3, that goes the score. And the rotation rules moves one side over. Ali Rinko's serving for Mountain View. Set up outside, and Wells is deflected at the net. Meeks and Hutchings got hands on it. Stevens with her first attack of the contest is good. And after that play, the deflection of Jenna Dew, that's 2 times in the last couple of points. She's had the ball deflect off her net, off her hands. She looked down to her head coach and asked about the hand placement, hoping to get it right the next time. Rinker serves over, 10-3 the score. Big middle attack and return fire and a kill for Jenna Dew. Gets a point back for Saratoga. Volleyball rolling behind the feet of Olivia Meeks. Everyone from Mountain View was set up, including Meeks. Now kicks it over. The serve to Bennett. Left side of the net with Saratoga. Bennett fires it over, just in bounds. Emily Bugis let it roll by, and it just hit the back line. 10-5 score. Serve over by Bennett. Shoot from Hutchings to the outside, a little bit behind Stevens. That means she has to set it over the net. Tied on the net, and a swing by Dew. Back-to-back kills for the 5'11 senior out of the middle, puts it at 10-6, and Saratoga starting to climb back. Gets the section right in front of us. Excited. Taylor Bennett serving for a 3rd time. Jump serve over, back right side. Rinker with the first touch up. Hutchings to the middle. Olivia Meeks, a great diving play made by Daly to punch it over and keep it up alive. 10-6 the score, outside attack. And Stevens with a left-handed punch. It looked like the set was off, but she made it work. 11-6. Her second kill. Casey Bugis serving. Mountain View had 15 aces on Thursday. A great serving contest, and that was just in 3 sets. A whistle blown as Casey served it out of bounds, but the whistle came before that. And for, I think did she step over the line maybe? I think it was a foul on Bugis serving over. Outside attack for Saratoga. They get the point and then one more back. 11-8 the score. Back-to-back points for Saratoga. 3-point differential. Panthers showing some resiliency. And the serve to Whitney Bennett. Hutchings to the middle on a little slide over. Haley Stevens gets a 0 attack. Return back to Mountain View's side. Hutchings to Stevens. This time on the outside. She got a lot of power on it, but it went down and out of bounds. But a good jump by Stevens and an impressive power. It was just off target. 11-9. Dump set by Hutchings. Close to a kill. Third bunt is over, so we're still playing. Hutchings back to Stevens. She elevates again. Sharp cross. Picked up by Berger for Saratoga, who gets the attack. Cross quarter from Rinker. Stevens on the attack. 2 blockers. No good, and a net touch called on Saratoga's. I think Jenna Dew with the net touch. 12-9 the score. Serve for Camry Hutchings. Brings Ashley Timms, the freshman, right side in for the first time today. She gets a chance on the opening attack. It's a deflected block. Stevens bounces it off the tape. It rolls over onto Saratoga's side. 3 bumps and over for Saratoga. Try it to Stevens again. 8 feet outside the net. She hits it into that net. And it's 12-10. A big run for Saratoga. It's been a while since Mountain View has earned a point by way of an attack. There's no aces today. Timms with a little 2-hand set over. Middle attack out of bounds, and an error by Saratoga gets the point back to the Buffs, 13-10. But again, still looking for a earned point. Stevens serving. Back left side, first touch. Wells to the middle. Tries it. Does Aubrey Berger, but she misses backing out again. 14-10. Back-to-back airs for Saratoga. And an air on the serve for Haley Stevens. (14-11). Serve to Lexi Herring. Long and out. We're still without an earned point, and I think now the last 6 points between the two teams. Caitlin Timms into serve. Olivia Meeks at middle. And a serve over. Herring sets up and touches it over from Wells. Hutchings with the first touch up. Condis a bump set to the back line. Timms sets it over the net. Herring outside again, this time to Berger. Big termination by Aubrey Berger from the left side. There's an earned point, and we're at 15-12. Saratoga back within 3 points. Puts Casey Bugis after 1 spot out. In the rotation back in that back line, libero with the free substituting feel. Cortland Condis with the first touch up. Rinker down the line, found the back left, make it right corner for Saratoga, 16-12. For Rinker, kill number 4 of the set. 16-12. The differential. Mountain View versus Saratoga. Emily Bugis serves over for the Buffs. Outside attack, Whitney Bennett to the back middle. Bugis with the first touch. Rinker, 8 feet down the line. It's good for a kill. Back-to-back kills by Allie Rinker. She's got 5 in the set. 17-12 on the board. Casey Bugis serves for a second time. Daly with the first touch outside from Herring to Bennett. Cross quarter and diving Bugises can't get a touch on it. Both Emily and Casey gave it their best. 17-13 to score. 4-point lead still for Mountain View. Tasia Daly with the serve. Powerful jump serve. Condis handles it. Rinker at the middle is blocked. Saved over the line by Hutchings. Rinker dump sets to the donut hole. Picked up in the middle. Middle attack, stuff blocked by Olivia Meeks. First block down for Olivia of the contest. 18-13 goes the score. And Mountain View with the point. Rinker serves it over. Had a little die at the end, but handled. Into the tape, it's 4 hits for Saratoga. 19-13, the Buffs back on top by a decent margin and pulling back with some earned points. Of course, that one was into the net, but they did have a good combo block in Hutchings and Meeks on that outside position for Saratoga. Back set to the middle, and It was a broken play throughout as Jenna Dew did not have much of a chance. Her feet were off. She wasn't ready for the attack as she hits it into the net. 20-13 the score. Ace for Allie Rinker. 21-13, timeout number 2 taken by Saratoga, and we'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. 4 points away from a set 1 victory. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View Buffs Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
21-13 on the board as we welcome you back to Mountain View High School. Saratoga down by 8 points. And coming off of an ace by Allie Rinker, the first of the contest for Mountain View. Buffs looking pretty good. Back left corner, a long serve for Rinker. The attack outside, a good cross quarter. Rinker saves it though. Saratoga was already celebrating to an extent before the Rinker save up. To the middle, a long shot. Unless it was touched, it is a net touch on Mountain View. That gives the point to Saratoga. Net touch or a touch on the ball at the net line was the only thing that could have saved that point, and it's exactly what Saratoga got as the ball did go out of bounds. Taylor Bennett serving. Rinker with the first touch. Outside attack, Stevens skies up, and a high return. Attempted up by Berger. A kill for Stevens. Haley's third kill of the set. Olivia Meeks is out, and Kylie Dellinger in. Long, hard serve by Casey Bugis for the ace. Looks like with that powerful jump serve, it got almost no loft on it. It was just straight across the net. Did not touch the top of the tape either. Another tough serve, close to an ace, but a good enough pass there to get it over, and 3 and over. 23-14 to score. Middle attack, Dellinger. And a net touch on Saratoga gives the point to Mountain View. 24-14. Set point number 1 with Casey Bugis serving. It's a hard one. Tied on the net. Towed the line. Over. And a net touch on Saratoga ends it. 25-14. A midpoint run by Saratoga is closed out with the Mountain View getting their game together on the attack, block, and serve. And we move to set number 2 next, 25-14. After 1. And a 1-0 lead for the Buffs. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
The Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio is back for another year with a bit of a twist. Join me, Jake Hibbard, as I transition from covering Evanston and becoming the voice of the Mountain View Buffs and Lyman Eagles. I'll be live every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. with news, analysis, and guests as we focus on the Bridger Valley and beyond. We'll cover the happenings around the area and across the state landscape. We would also like to welcome onto the show as a regular this year, Dennis Lynch of Auto Farm Chevrolet. Join us every Wednesday on KNY on 99.1 FM in the Evanston listening area for the Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio. If you can't catch it then, don't worry. We'll post all the episodes up to mylocalradio.com, or you can also find it by searching and subscribing to the Wyoming Prep Podcast on iTunes or Google Play. The Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio, presented by Auto Farm Chevrolet, every Wednesday, August through March on KNY 99.1 FM in Evanston, or online anytime at mylocalradio.com, or of course at the Wyoming Prep Podcast on wherever you get your podcasts. The Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio. Come join in on the fun.
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Set 4, set 2 action here in Mountain View. Saratoga with the opening serve. This time the Panthers of Saratoga in the purple jerseys, black shorts, set up to the right of the net. Mountain View in the black on black. The white buff on the left shoulder. They're to the left of the net. Opening serve is over and in. Returned by Allie Rinker. On a tandem attack, Ashley Timms with the first touch up, over, and close to a kill. Bump over at the 10-foot line onto Mountain View's side. Hutchings back sets to Tim. She gets back-to-back attacks, this time from the right side after one from the left. Handled again on a cross quarter. Bumped over. Great pass from Casey Bugas to the outside. Stevens skies up and crosses it back middle for the kill. Over the break, have to thank Race for retrieving my keys. For anyone who's been up to this Mountain View gymnasium up at the top, there is a wide gap at the back of these bleachers that stuff can fall in, and as I found out today with my keys fell in, there's no real good way back there. But Race climbed down and retrieved them, so thank you to him. I've got my keys again, and I can get home after this contest. 1-0 the score. Mountain View on the return side. It's Bugas, a Rinker with the attack, and kill for Allie Rinker. Junior outside. 6 kills in the contest. A serve over by Mountain View. A little dump by Saratoga at the middle. That was Aubrey Berger on it. Rinker tries to do the same with a little tip touch play over, but she misses. And it lofts lazily onto the Mountain View side of the net where it stays. 2-1 the score. Saratoga serve and Savannah Wells with it. Or excuse me, no, that's Lexi Herring. That's number 2, not number 4. So Herring with the serve over. Hutchings to the middle. Rinker with a big windup. And a block down from Taylor Bennett. Bennett listed at 5'9". Rinker somewhere north of that. Significantly. Great block there by Bennett. 2-all on the board, tied up set number 2. And Herring serves again. Rinker with the first touch. Hutchings to Bugas, bump over. Back corner, close to out of bounds. Returned, though, by Saratoga. Just over the net on a broken play. Berger bumps it over. Rinker wants the attack, goes down the line, and out of bounds at the back corner. Saratoga takes its first lead of the set. Maybe of the contest as well. They went down 3-0, and yeah, they have never led until this point. Serve over for Saratoga. Bugas with the return for Mountain View. Rinker gets the attack. Picked up and to the outside. Bennett gets a good attack on it. Excuse me, that was Berger. Rinker rolls the shot down left of center at the net. Back to Saratoga. Berger, cross quarter through Condas and Bugas for the kill. 4-2. Saratoga has things working. Still on the serve, Lexi Herring, 5'6" junior. And if you were listening pregame, you know this Saratoga team has high expectations for the year. Already looking at that Coatesville team saying, hey, we got to see where we're at with there because we think we have a chance to be playing with them at the end of the season. And they've shown it today, a very solid 1A program fighting tooth and nail with Mountain View. Outside Rinker rolls it down the line for the kill. Whitney Bennett had the desperation play there. Didn't quite work out. That was a great kill for Rinker. Caitlin Tim serves for Mountain View. Just one ace in the opening set for the Buffs. They had 15 against Kemmer on Thursday. Hutchings bumps outside Rinker, ends up taking a wind up and a shoot at the ball. Picked up by Saratoga at the line. Popped over the net by Taylor Bennett and over Camry Hutchings. Her front foot went all the way over the line as she tried to spin around and do-si-do her way out of there, so the point to Saratoga. And that's a letter of the law ruling, as her foot did go over. The point of that is to keep dangerous plays at the net from happening, as volleyball is supposed to be a non-contact sport, but when it goes over there, you could have some dangerous ankle attacks. Cortland Condas with the backline kill and quite excited about it. Condas looking down to the coach and I think saying, I've never thought I'd do that, or I've never done that. 5-4 with the Condas kill. Bugas serves over. Slap on the cross corner, picked up Mountain View. Rinker on the outside, through two blockers, cross quarter. Daly's there. Herring to the outside. It's Bennett, cross court, just out of bounds by a hair and no touch. And we are knotted back up at 5 apiece. A long road back for Mountain View to tie the game. And an ace by Bugas. Emily Bugas with the second ace of the day for Mountain View. Her first. 6-5 the scores. The Buffs take a 1-point lead. Floats it over. And back-to-back aces for Emily. Great server is Bugas, both Casey and Emily. With, I guess, now 4 aces in the day. Casey had 1 as well. Rinker with 1, and now Emily with 2. This one not an ace. To the middle, though. Olivia Meeks winds up with the left hand. Picked up by Daly. Bump over on the third from Bennett. Hutchings has options. She goes outside. Down the line, picked up by Berger. A broken play set and another bump over the net by Bennett. That's back-to-back 0 really attacks. And Olivia Meeks winds up for Mountain View as Saratoga was in survive mode. And the Buffs have opened up a 3-point lead. Second kill for Olivia. As Emily Bugas serves on a run that she started on when the Buffs were down 5-3. 8-5 and another good tough serve for Emily. Bennett with the first touch up and it's 3 bumps it over. Dump set by Hutchings. Close to a kill. Diving save made though by Daly. On to Mountain View side. Bugas to Hutchings to Rinker. It's a tried and true formula, but it's just out of bounds here. A touch ruled. Was it touch or was it inbounds that was finally ruled? Was a touch called? Either way, it's a kill. 9-5 on the board as Allie Rinker with her third kill of the set and a timeout taken by Saratoga. Back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball, live and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Back here at Mountain View High School on a Saturday, September 7th, 2019. 9-5 lead for Mountain View over Saratoga. And Emily Bugas for the Buffs with the serve on the left side of the net. Floating serve over, brings Daly all the way in, and it's an ace. As Daly was able to get a touch up, but it was right on the net, and no dig out could be for Bennett. Emily's third ace of a serving run had back-to-backs, and then a third in still as she's in that run. 10-5 to score. Outside attack, cross quarter, picked up by Casey Bugas. Long run for Camry Hutchings, but she does get a bump over. To Meeks, who gets it over the net. On Saratoga side, right side attack. Wells with a shot down the line. Condas with the return. And a bounce off the tape. Meeks will get the point, but a net touch. The reason why, just before the kill came in. So no kill for Meeks, although it looked like it would be as much. And the score is still Mountain View's way, that lead extending 11-5. Floating serve over. Bennett with the first return up. Outside attack into the net. Whitney Bennett can't get it. 12-5 the score. Serve over for Bugis. She's been going short. Sam Duke in as a setter. At the middle, Bennett skies up and gets a good hit down. One of the better verticals we've seen today for Bennett. That was a good approach on a high set at the middle. And she was able to terminate. 12-6 the score. Daly, hard serve. Emily Bugis handles it like it's nothing. Rinker gets rejected. A block there for Saratoga's Whitney Bennett Taylor Bennett following the big kill by Taylor. 12-7 score, and into the net ends it. Daly with the air. Makes it 13-7. Serve goes to Allie Rinker. Puts her into the back line. Haley Stevens up into the front row. Aubrey Berger bumps it over from the back line onto Mountain View. Hutchings to Stevens. She goes up high, cross courts it, deflected at the net, softens some of the blow. Outside attack, Bennett is blocked down. Was that Olivia Meeks on the block there or Hutchings? Give them both a block there. 14-7. Outside attack and a cross-court return by Whitney Bennett with the point for Saratoga. 14-8 goes the score. Taylor Bennett with a good attacking set of rotations, moves back to serve for Saratoga. Stevens with a deep corner push. 14-8 to score, on to Saratoga's side. Swing over by Whitney Bennett. Camry Hutchings dumps it down. 1-2, but no third. A kill for Hutchings, her second of the contest on a little dump play down. 15-8 the score. Kylie Dellinger in. Casey Bugis with the serve over. Picked up and 3 bumps and over by Saratoga. Good attack here. Dellinger, opened up shot, net touch again. It's like the 4th or 5th time Saratoga's been caught in the net in the 2 sets. It's been getting the best of them, makes it 16-8. Not sure I've ever seen this many net touches in 2 sets. Bennett sets up for her outside, and it's on to Mountain View. 4 hits called as Dellinger hit it into the tape. 16-9 the score. Whitney Bennett serving. Over and in middle. Hutchings makes a good run. Flip over with the left hand by Stevens. A great defensive run there by Daly, and then on the right side there we had Duke with the second play. Dellinger with the block, though, gives the point back to Mountain View. Duke made a diving save there that got the ball back over on 3 bumps and over for Saratoga. Was not to be, though, as Kylie Dellinger with the block down ends it. Camry Hutchings serves. Ace. Nope, not quite. A great dig out of the net there by Saratoga. Outside attack, Haley Stevens, cross quarter to the middle, and a diving play made by Daly. A second bump is over. Casey Bugis gets the return. Timms from the right side. Good defense. Dump set by Saratoga. That was Duke on the play. Stevens tries it again, this time in front of the front back line defense, and Bennett has it bounce off and into her arms for the point. 18-9 the score. Mountain View running away again. 5th kill for Stevens. Hutchings, back right corner, a very tough serve. Saratoga handles it, deep corner push, diving save made by Bugis. A second by Hutchings, a third not quite. And Casey Bugis is down. I think she sacrificed her body there, as she might have a bloody nose. And a timeout will be taken. was a great defensive play, but at the end of it, Buga's coming up a little bit out of sorts. 18-10 the score. Mountain View huddling up, and we'll take a break. When we return on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
Back to play here as Casey Bugas is out and has a cold towel on her face. She looks like she's all right, but kind of smashed her nose diving out to make a almost incredible defensive play. Well, it was incredible, almost worked. Dellinger slaps it over on the third hit. 18-10 on the board. Saratoga with the attack. And Berger with a kill attempt. Second hit over by Bugas to Stevens, who gets it over the net. Bennett sets up middle. Berger hits it off the block of Dellinger. Still playing here. Timms bump sets to Stevens. It's a little off, so she tries to put a little spin on the bump herself. Outside attack, it's Wells, cross quarter, picked up from Rinker. Hutchings with a good setup. Here's a chance to terminate, but Dellinger hits it off the top of the tape, and it bounces back on Mountain View's side. Point, Saratoga. Let's serve over with a lot of power. That was probably beneficial for the Buffs. And an outside attack for Timms goes into the net. Back-to-back attacking errors for Mountain View. And a timeout taken. Bugas still being tended to down on the bench. And we'll be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Looking down on the bench, the good news is I think the worst that Casey Bugas has is a bloody nose. I think her head's fine. She's all right, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stop that bleeding or how exactly it all feels as she continues to get tended to by Cortland Condas down on the sideline. In the meantime, we're still underway, 18-12 in the second set. Right side attack from Haley Stevens. Hit up and returned by Saratoga. A bump by Berger over to the back middle, goes to Rinker. Tied on the net. Hutchings opts to dump set it. A good decision. Her third kill of the contest, all three on those little one-handed punch dump sets. 19-12 the score out of the break. Mountain View took a timeout after giving up a couple of silly points into the net on attacks, and it looked a little out of sorts ever since Bugas did come out of the contest. Not that she's up into the front line, but I think the team was a little elsewhere. Seemed to be refocused out of the break. Hutchings to the back middle. Bennett touches it up. Middle. Berger with a great attack, but it is out of bounds. Point Mountain View. I did not see a touch. 20-12, there is none ruled. Great attack there by Berger. It was just a little bit out. 20-12 the score. Bump over from Taylor Bennett. Hutchings on Mountain View side, shoots to the outside. Rinker adjusts and attacks, finds the back right corner of Saratoga. Past a diving Whitney Bennett for the point, 21-12. Olivia Meeks out for Mountain View. Haley Stevens is serving. Block play, Wells got blocked by Timms. But a net touch, I think, on Mountain View gives the point to Saratoga. That's the call. Lexi Herring serving for the Panthers on the right side of the net out of Saratoga. 4-0 program to start the season. Here in week 2, they're playing their 5th match. Rinker pushes it over from the outside position. Berger does the same from her side on Saratoga. Hutchings back to Rinker, a lower set this time, and she tools the block. Went right off the right wrist of Savannah Wells for the kill. Allie Rinker, 4 kills in the set, 22-13 the score. Caitlin Timms in. She's serving. Black headband with the Nike swoosh. And she lines up far right of center. It's the ace. 23-13. 4 aces in the set for Mountain View. Back corner and a big backup by Whitney Bennett. She did just get it in time. Condis for Mountain View gets the first return. Meeks is blocked. Returned by Condis over the net. Good defensive play by Mountain View. And a little slap over at the middle. Timms gets a 0 pass up, and it's 24-14. Backline defensive error there by Caitlin Timms. She comes out for, it should be Emily Bugis, I believe. No, Casey Bugis is back in. All right, she's good to go. Good to see. 23-14. Let serve. Excuse me, not a let serve, just an error into the net by Aubrey Berger puts us at set point number 1. 24-14. The first set went Mountain View's way by the score of 25-14, and Emily Bugis serves it over, trying to do the same here. Set up from Herring to the outside, a kill by Whitney Bennett, not quite yet. The point to Saratoga, 25-15, set point number 2. A long serve over by Daly. Diving play made by Bugis. A little bit slow getting up there after that one and trying to protect her face there, I think. Outside attack, Bennett goes off 2 blockers. Meek sets up at the middle. Instead, it goes outside, off 2 blockers, and that's the set. Rinker ends it off the hands of Jenna Dew with her 5th kill of the set. She's got 10 in the contest. 25-15, the final in set 2. The third on its way in a couple of minutes on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Dr. McKay Frankham, quality dental care at affordable prices. Yeager's Auto Body. For nearly 45 years, Yeager's Auto Body in Green River has been at the top of the game in auto repair. West Star Printing in Evanston. No matter what you want printed, West Star is where you want it done. Reese Auto Service. From lawnmowers and snowblowers to cars, trucks, and semis, Reese Auto Service in Lyman does it all. Trona Valley Credit Union, member NCUA. Plains Tire in Evanston, Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come on in, Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come on in, Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Set 3 just moments away. Haley Stevens opening up with the serve for Mountain View, which took set number 1 and set number 2. Both by scores, well, 1-point differential actually. First set went 25-14 Mountain View's way. Second, 25-15. Casey Bugis, who had to take a little break in the second set, is out for the third set action. And we are underway. Serve over to Saratoga on the left side of the net. First touch by Bennett and partially blocked at the net by Tim. Stays on Saratoga's side. Push over from Duke there. Camry Hutchings to Rinker. She has 10 kills in the contest and not quite yet for her 11th. Push over at the middle. A good play there. Outside attack. No, it's a middle attack on a little tandem X. Dellinger gets the swing up, but is returned over the net by Saratoga. Outside back to Rinker down the line and returned over the net and out of bounds. First kill and first point of set number 3 goes to Allie Rinker and the Mountain View Buffs. Serve over for Stevens and a touchdown by Rinker. Give her a kill on that as it was coming over the net. She took a little bit of a swing at it. You could call it a kill, a block, depending a little bit of interpretation on those ones. Just depends on whether it was a touch or a block, and I'm going to call that a little bit of a touchdown. Good swing there by Jenna Dew as she gets the first point for Saratoga of the set. We're at 2-1. Sam Duke came in the second set and has been doing a little bit of setting for Saratoga. She was not there in the first set. Camry Hutchings gets a bump set up to Rinker, who hits it into the net. And we're at 2-2. Some unforced errors at times have been a problem for Mountain View throughout the season. They've been here a little bit here and there throughout this contest in stretches as well, as we saw that. But pretty good overall day for the Buffs, a young team starting to figure things out. Timms hits it into the net, and back-to-back errors on the attack for Mountain View gives Saratoga a 1-point advantage. 3-2 the tally, and an ace off the arms of usually the sure-handed defender Rinker makes it 4-2. Good run here by Saratoga, down 2-0. And with the serve, it's the 5'11 senior Jenna Dew. A powerful swing on the serve over. Hutchings to Rinker is blocked by Aubrey Berger. Cortland Condos goes down to the ground. She just had to tie a shoe, I guess. She looks all right other than that. 5-2. Great and outstanding block there. And a service error by Dew ends the run. Aubrey Berger had powerful arms and perfect placement. Had a little bit of trouble with that throughout the contest. Clearly she figured it out a bit there. Caitlin Timms with an excellent serve. Diving play to save it, made by Berger. On to Mountain View side. Hutchings to the outside. Rinker beats the block. Cross quarter. Hits the top of the cedar. And it is a kill. Anytime it's returned just high enough to hit that little dome, it's pretty much game over, as you're not going to be able to read how that ball's coming down, and it's going to come down pretty quick. Mountain View climbing back, down 5-4. Set up here from Duke to the back set. The designed libero attack is out of bounds. 5-5. 3 straight points for Mountain View. Caitlin Timms serves. Sets up right of center. Floats it over to the back left side of her vantage point. To the middle. Tip over by Berger. And Timms tries to make a diving punch save. No good. Back up 1. Saratoga goes. And a sub in. Timms is out, and Casey Bugis moves into the back line to join Rinker and Cortland Condis. Lexi Herring with the serve. She sets up right behind that basketball hoop and approaches from the dead center. Outside set, Rinker gets it off the hands there of Taylor Bennett. High set up at the 10-foot line. Berger into the net. Point, Mountain View, 6-all on the board. Tie contest, set number 3 here. Emily Bugis serves. Pretty much back center on the setup to the right side. Berger gets it off the hands of Rinker. Tied on the net. Hutchings goes over the line with her front foot. And it's point Saratoga. Can't fault Hutchings too much on that. She was trying to dig it out of the net. That just happens every now and again, and being able to toe that will come with experience. 7-6 the score. Saratoga up 1. Bugis with the first touch on the return for Mountain View. Allie Rinker through 2 blockers. Hit it off the hands there of Wells. Outside for Saratoga, and she goes over the line. Whitney Berger went over there on 2 blockers and gets called for it. 7-2, or 7-7, I should say, because that's the score. Rinker serves, brings Stevens back into the front line for Mountain View. Outside from Bennett, sharp cross picked up by Rinker. Hutchings makes a good run to the center of the court, gets it down to Stevens, but it's out of bounds. That's the second time she's gotten a great swing on it, but just sent it out. 8-7, Saratoga up 1. Daly serving. The 5'4" junior shoots it into the net. Kylie Dellinger in for Olivia Meeks. Casey Bugis serving. Powerful attack, returned over the net, back to Bugis. Goes a perfect pass to Hutchings to the middle. Dellinger lines it up and terminates like a sharpshooter in a biathlon. Kylie Dellinger with the point and the kill. 9-8 the score. Dellinger, I have that as her first kill of today. Bugis with the swing over. Great floating serve that goes just a bit out of bounds. Nine all on the board. Tied up in the third set. And an ace for Saratoga. The swing there by Bennett. 5'9" junior. Excuse me, senior. 5'9" senior Taylor Bennett. Hits it over again. Saratoga up 1. And a backline push by Stevens just gets it over. Bennett the setup. Rolls it over to Bennett, who roll shots it. Shoot from Hutchings to the far right, to the far left, and a sharp cross from Stevens is a kill. 10 all on the board. This by far the closest of all the 3 sets through 20 points. Saratoga certainly showing some resiliency. Down 2-0 as Sam Duke comes in, presumably as a setter here. Allie Rinker serves, Camry Hutchings serves it over the net on the return up, and effectively an ace, but not quite one, as I think it was touched back down by Mountain View for Timms. 11-10, Mountain View leads. That's an ace. Camry Hutchings with her first of the contest. 12-10, Mountain View up by 2. Bennett to the middle, and it goes off the block there of Dellinger. Mountain View attack, and Rinker just kind of popped it over. The backline defense picked it up, though. Hutchings tries it again, this time to Stevens. She's blocked, picked up by Hutchings. Nobody's there until Bugis makes a diving save. Dellinger hits it, and it works. Some passing errors there, about as ugly as a broken play as you can get. And the point goes to Saratoga for the moment. It should be 13-10. It says 12-11. All right. See if that gets corrected. If not, the Buffs may just roll with it. So now it's 13-11. I have it as should be 14-10. Timeout taken. We'll see when we come back. Back in 30 seconds, 13-11. Mountain View up 2-0 over Saratoga in the third, leading by 2 on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Well, the score's been halfway corrected. It now says 13-10, and there we go all the way. 14-10 the score. When I started off this whole broadcasting thing, I may not be able to do a whole lot of things, but I can say the score often, and I can keep the score. And so usually, I notice when those little scoring table mishaps happen and you put the point on the wrong side for one way or another, and that one gets corrected by the Mountain View assistant coaching staff, keeping track on their iPad down on the board. And a no-touch call there on the play out of the break makes it 15-10 on a long attacking air for Saratoga. Camry Hutchings serves it. Ooh, close to out of bounds, but it was dying in there, so Daly gets the return up. Duke hits it off the hands of Timms, and Sam Duke with a kill. 15-11. Outside attack from Timms goes into the net. 15-12, back-to-back points given up for the Mountain View Buffs on some errors. Keep it with Bennett on the serve over. Timms to Hutchings, high up, Dellinger adjusts at the middle. And a good play by Daly to get the return up. Hard shot from the cross court. Berger gets it into the hands of Timms, and then Stevens cross courts it back to Daly. Onto Saratoga's side. Berger lines up, gets it through the hands of Dellinger and Timms, and the kill for Aubrey Berger. Holding it close after a 5-point disadvantage. They're back within 2. 15-13 the score. Bugis with the second touch, and the third over by Rinker onto Saratoga. Bennett sets to the outside. Berger flips it over 2 blockers. Backline defense returned over the net, and a kill for Camry Hutchings on a diving attempt to just save it. (16-13). That's how those backline kills work. Usually they're by mistake. The middle. Great little flip over the net by Dew, but it's picked up by Mountain View. Haley Stevens gets an attack at the middle on a combo play, but she knocks it into the net, and it's 16-14. Buffs up by 2. 2-set-to-none lead for them as well. Dew gets a hard hit that rattles throughout this Buffs gym. Returned over on 2 hits from Mountain View. 1 and over for Saratoga, so back to the Buffs. Backline hit from Cortland Conda. She got a little swing on that one, but Berger terminates at the middle and fires her team up in the process. Down by 1 is all. Saratoga climbing back here in set number 3. 16-15. Dew with the swing upcoming on the serve. Has the ball roll to her feet and then flips it up with the right toe of her gray sneakers. 16-15, a flip over on a little setup by Rinker. To the middle, back to Berger. She's been getting the points so far. 0 attack there. Rinker returns fire on single coverage. Returned at the net and just under. Kill for Allie Rinker. Her 4th kill of the set, but first in a while. Casey Bugis comes out as Olivia Meeks checks in, and Caitlin Timms to serve for Mountain View. 17-15 the score. Return back middle. Berger gets the first return and the attack. Timms tries to save it, and she does. Camry Hutchings with a 3rd bump over. Back to Berger at the middle, over 2 blockers. Condas with the first touch up. Hutchings goes all the way to the back, sets it over to Rinker, who pushes it over the net. Bump set at the line, and Olivia Meeks puts her hands up, doesn't allow the ball to go down onto the Buff side, and it's 18-15 on the board, Mountain View. 50-50 play there, and Meeks stood tall. Serve out of bounds from Timms. Gives the point back to Saratoga, 18-16. Casey Bugis comes back in for Timms. And on the serve, it's the setter for Saratoga, Lexi Herring. Hutchings to Rinker through two blockers. Good backline save there from Bennett. Outside Berger this time from the middle before, now it's from the outside. She gets blocked, bumped over from Bennett. Condis with the first touch onto Mountain View. Hutchings to the middle. Meeks is just out of bounds. Just out. She opened up with her left hand, went with the side of her body, swinging toward that left. Point back to Saratoga, 18-17. Swing over, Rinker with the first touch. She gets the attack. Two blockers on her, doesn't matter. Goes back middle, it's in. A net touch before that though. Taken about half a dozen kills away from the Mountain View Buffs on a lot of net touches. I can think of it 5, 6, maybe even 7 net touches through 2.5 sets here. Every one of them's gone against Saratoga as well. Bugas with the serve over, 19-17 to score. Right side attack from Berger. She swung from all three sides in her rotations in the front line today. Outside attack Meeks from Rinker goes way out. And we are back to a 1-point differential. So as dominating as Mountain View has been in the first 2 sets, and at times as dominating as they've been in this third set, Saratoga's been hanging on, and they're within 1. And you win that third set, it doesn't matter if Saratoga took advantage of some errors or whatever. They got the win, and now they're back in this contest looking for blood. A 50-50 ball against Meeks and Bennett, won by Saratoga's Bennett. And it's tied up at 19 all on the scoreboard. When we come back, the concluding of this third set on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong at Trona Valley Federal Credit.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Back here, 19 all at Mountain View High School. Saratoga versus the Buffs. 2 set to none lead for Mountain View, and Aubrey Berger with the serve. She was gigantic in her 3 rotations, most recently getting Saratoga back into this contest. Meeks hits from the outside for Mountain View. It's a 0 attack outside to Bennett. Blocked down on the kill there. It was maybe into the tape, but I'm going to say it was Olivia Meeks with that block there. Looked like it was close to her hands at the very least. Give that to her third partial block of the game. 2 stolos and 1 partial. Outside, no middle attack. Meeks tries to get it, drop in. She got under the ball there, but it didn't have too much power in there, so as Saratoga backed off in the line defense, it fell into that back right corner from her vantage point, and 2 straight points out of the break for Mountain View have them 4 away from a match winner. Rinker serves over. Backline attack from Berger. They're trying to get her involved at all 6 rotations. Stevens to the corner. A diving play made by Berger, but to no avail. They had to avoid the baby carriage there, and Bennett did a good job to keep the volleyball from hitting that. But that was about it. 22-19 on the board. Second kill of the set for Stevens. Bump set up to the middle. Bennett flips it back to Rinker. Hutchings sets up to Meeks. She flips it down into the middle of the donut hole. 23-19 on the board. Whistle blown, timeout taken by Saratoga. And Coach Love will be back with perhaps the conclusion of this match when we return on MyLocalRadio.com. This is a First Bank presentation.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Back here at Mountain View, 23-19, Allie Rinker serves for the Buffs. Backline attack by Saratoga's Aubrey Berger is out of bounds, and we are at match point number 1. 24-19 on the board. Rinker with the serve. The match on the line here. Goes back corner. Picked up by Bennett. Bump set from Bennett and back line. Nobody touches it. And that's how it ends. Both Bennett and Daly pull off, and 25-19. Nobody hits it over to complete the match. 25-19, again the final in straight sets. Mountain View wins 25-14, 25-15, 25-19 on the scoreboard. We'll take a break, come back with some post-game coverage, hand out that Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game when we return on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball, live and online at mylocalradio.com.
With mylocalradio.com, you get to stay up to date with Lyman and Mountain View sports by watching all of the games live in the convenience of your own home. Now you get to keep up with your coaches, athletes, and teachers throughout the week with the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner. Weekdays during the school year, the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner will run on KNYN 99.1 FM at 3 p.m. and keep you up to date with the most interesting storylines from Lyman and Mountain View in football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, running, golf, and more. We'll also check in with different students and teachers from the two schools throughout the year. 3 p.m. Monday through Friday on KNYN 99.1 FM is the Bridger Valley Coaches Show presented by mylocalradio.com. Stay connected.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Joined now post-game by Casey Bugis, libero and sophomore for Mountain View. You had a little bit of a spill back in, was that the third set there? And tell me a little bit about what happened there. You sacrificed the body. Did you hit your face? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, I hit my head really hard off the ground.
Oh, it was your head?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So I didn't know if you had a bloody nose or what was going on. Did they have to stop the bleeding?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move that down just a sec. But you were able to come back. You looked like you were kind of laughing after a little while. Your head not hurting, or is it a little ringing right now?
It hurts a little bit, but I had to come back stronger to help my team keep going.
And you did just that. You guys out there were throwing around your bodies on the back line, getting dives up. What did you think about this Saratoga hitting line today as being a 1A team?
Their hitters are really good for being a 1A team. They came out strong, and they had some really good kills on us.
Well,
so we had to adjust to that.
What were some adjustments you had to make throughout the match?
Just like making sure we're hipping up with the hitters and doing all the little things right so we could get those digs.
How do you feel about two contests this week, both of them being at home, of course, but a little bit of a break from tournament action? Where do you think you guys maybe made any strides over the week?
We made a lot of strides over the week. I think we've gotten way better as a team, and we came out stronger from the Cokeville tournament, and we played our best. And I think them being home games was really helpful for us.
Do you see any difference with the way your team is performing in Cokeville compared to here, maybe the way you guys are acting out there on the floor?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot better. We've came together more, and we're doing a lot better as being a team.
How does that happen throughout the season? Is it just practice? Is it playing more so? What is it?
It's a little bit of both. We have to practice, like coming in together every time, making sure we mean it, and just doing our best.
All right, Casey, you and Emily doing a great job out there. Cortland as well. You guys look like you're really coming together as a backline unit.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, thank you so much, and
Thank
good
you.
luck to get your head all better. Take some Advil or whatever you need there, and we'll see you back next week.
Thank you.
That is Casey Bugis, libero for Mountain View, and we'll take a break and come back, run you through this match again, some stats as well on this First Bank presentation of Mountain View Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at well child checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Back here at Mountain View High School postgame, the Buffs defeat Saratoga 3-0. The final on the scoreboard. The first set goes 25-14, second one 25-15, and then 25-19 in that final set. They got pretty close, and Mountain View actually took a timeout, tied 19-all as Saratoga climbed back on a big 6-1 run going down the stretch, but then was able to close out with 6 straight points, including as Saratoga looked to be a little out of sorts on that final point. Not even a return over, not really an ace, but just not a third bump over as 2 players backed up on that one, and that was the contest. Stats in the contest, Allie Rinker leads the way with 14 kills by my count and 1 ace, and that's followed by 7 kills from Haley Stevens, 2 from Olivia Meeks, along with 2.5 blocks. Half block from Camry Hutchings. She had 4 kills along the way as well. Kylie Dellinger with a block and a kill. Cortland Condis with a backline kill. And I think I said 7 kills for Haley Stevens. 3 aces from Emily Bugas, and then 1 more from Casey Bugas as well, in all 5 aces for Mountain View. That's it for us for this week. We will be back in volleyball action Saturday in Rollins with we'll be giving preference to Lyman, but if we can get a Mountain View contest in there as well, not sure exactly how that tournament goes, we will get that in as well. So volleyball again next Saturday. Next Friday I am with Lyman as they take on the Cameron Rangers, and I think pregame for that about 12:20 p.m., 1 o'clock kickoff on that contest. Double check that right now before we let you go. Thank you for listening, though, to a Thursday, Friday, Saturday triple header of broadcasts from Mountain View, as we'll switch over to Lyman next week. And yes, 12:20 pregame for Kemmer at Lyman. And for Rollins, we do not have a schedule for that yet, but I might even ask here soon to see if we can get that up by maybe Monday, if we have that available. If not, hopefully Tuesday, we'll be able to tell you more about when and where we'll be playing and broadcasting for Rollins. Until then, I'm Jake Hibbard. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next Friday at 12:20 with pregame coverage, Lyman and Kemmer.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. We appreciate you tuning in to this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive of Mountain View Buffaloes Athletics. We would like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors and partners who make this all possible. And of course, thank you for tuning in. Check out our website for more information about future Mountain View broadcasts, or like us on Facebook to stay up to date with the games. Until next time, go Buffs!